Hi guys. Like I said in the short that I posted earlier, I had gone fishing this morning and I thought I would show you everything that I have in my tackle box that I was using this morning. So, I bought most of this stuff yesterday. I went to a outdoorsman store and I had some of the things, but I have been watching a lot of fishing videos of people bass fishing, and I've been fishing a lot lately. I've always loved it, but I used to go a lot as a kid, and even as a young adult, with my dad and with my parents, and I just love it. And so recently this summer, I've decided to start dedicating more time to it. So I just go out usually alone. Luckily, I've never felt unsafe where I go. I tend to go to parks around me that are stocked by the state conservation department, and I've been fishing for catfish a lot and had some pretty good luck, honestly. I go out most mornings on the weekend. Sometimes after work. I just have a lot of fun with it, and our weather has cooled off a little bit this past week, and especially today. And so this morning I went out. It was 55 degrees, and if you watch that short that I posted, you can see it was beautiful. I got there right after sunrise. It was 6:40 whenever I got there, and just beautiful. Unfortunately, so I decided that I was going to try fishing topwater for bass, give the catfish a little bit of a break, because last weekend was Labor Day, and it was just hot. I didn't really get any bites. I don't think I caught very many catfish, and so I thought I'll switch it up a little bit, because this man told me that the day before, he had caught a couple 3-pound bass. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that there were bass here, because they had been stocking them with catfish. And so I thought, okay. So I went to that outdoorsman store and I bought some lures. And okay, excuse me, this is a little bit of a side note. I think I over-exaggerate because I don't say lure. I hope that that's correct. But again, trailing off, basically short story long. So if I say that strangely, I guess that's why. But I over-exaggerate it, and I think it's because whenever I was a child, I could not say my R's until I was in 3rd grade. I think I was 9 years old. I would just say a W sound. And so now with certain words, I lure, I just don't know how to say that, I guess. In that episode of 30 Rock where the show is Rural Juror, a nightmare for me. I can say my R's now, but whenever I speak Spanish, I sometimes have a hard time saying my R's, so it takes me back to that. And I will say, I want to give a shout out because I was never made fun of by kids for not being able to say my R's. It was always adults, so you're a model for the younger generation, just remember that. Okay, anyway, back to the stuff that I bought. First off, I bought this creel bag. That way I don't have to take my tackle box with me. I'm just bank fishing, shore fishing. I don't have a boat or a kayak or anything. Like I said, I'm just going to these little park ponds. It feels pretty durable. It has fishes. I got this from the fly fishing section, so I think that this is more for trout, but it worked perfectly for me today. And I didn't like overload it or anything, so as I was just walking around the ponds, it was easy, managed perfectly fine, and I had tons of space. And I've been calling my dad a lot to talk about fishing. I pretty much call my parents every day, but I've been talking to my dad a lot about fishing recently, and he was like, how big is the ruler on it? And I told him it was a foot, 12 inches, and he goes, yikes, if you catch any bass that small, put them back in the water immediately. Don't let anybody see you with a bass that small. And I just thought it was funny. So, this is the bag. It is the brand is White River. It has a buckle, and then a Velcro here. Here are little hooks that I guess you can strap stuff to. There's the back. Oh, I need to cut that off. Okay. So like I said, let me just flip this open. So this part right here, there's a pouch. There's a big compartment and then a small compartment. And the small compartment Velcro's shut. So it's still Velcroed even though the main compartment is open. And in this Velcro section, I just threw in extra line. I was just using 8-pound test, nothing crazy. My pliers, and then I had some assorted split shot weights. And that was all in this first little Velcro compartment. Then I have, I'll show you all of my, I hope that's not too loud. I'll show you all of my artificial plastics that I have. I hope that's not too loud. It's all of my stuff rattling around in my organizer and divider. But first off, I have these little artificial minnows, and they have this tail, this like curved tail on them, so it has movement in it. I've had luck with this years past, just putting them on a jig head and reeling in, and bass like them. I haven't really tried them recently. Like I said, I've been catfishing. Then I have these black, blue crawdad lures. Bait. I guess lure. They're pretty big. I've never had any luck with these. And it says it has a coffee scent. I bought these so long ago. I think I bought these back in 2020. I don't think that the coffee scent is still around. I need to buy some that are pumpkin. I think they're called pumpkin seed colors. So this is a pumpkin color. These are also, so these are Crazy Legs Chicker Craws in green pumpkin. These are big. Like I've said, I think I just always put these on. Oh, these ones and the other crawlers for these soft baits I've used on like a Texas rig, just on like an offset worm hook. Never had any luck. And then I have just some black soft plastic worms that I think I want to try a wacky worm rig, but I don't know if I can use regular plastics. Let me know if anybody knows if I can just use a like a regular plastic like that, or if there's a specific worm I have to buy. Because I thought I could just use a hook and go through the middle of it, and that's what made it wacky. And the weight, as it falls, it's slow, and then you jerk it a little bit and reel up the slack, and then it falls again nice and slow, and that's what gets the fish attention. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'll watch a video probably. Okay. And then I also threw in, because I had a couple of lures that I had never used before, so I threw these in. These are both two shallow suspending shads, unopened. I really like the colors. I like this purple one. I think it's great. Like, look at how pretty that is. It's purple and a little bit of yellow or green at the head there. Little treble hooks on it. Same thing here, same kind of design, but this guy's green. And with these shallow suspending lures, and then with crankbaits, which I'll show you, there's a bill on them, and the longer the bill, the more that they dive under the water. And so this one and the other design, or the other one of the same design, they have really small bills, so they don't go very deep. So that's why it's top water, because the fish can see they're underneath and they can see it swimming at the top of the water. Hence the name. Okay. Then I bought this organizer. I just threw in the stuff that I thought I would need from my big tackle box, and then I can show you the stuff that I bought yesterday that I had a good time with. So I guess I'll start from this end, work my way down to this end. Let me not. I'm trying not to be too loud because most of these have weights on the inside. I think all of them do. And so they jiggle around. And the hooks you can hear on the plastic, this hard plastic. Let me actually tap on this a little bit. I'm just going to do fast tapping. If you were a bass, would that appeal to you? Okay. So like I said, I'll start on this end first. So the first thing that I have is this big ol', I don't even know what this is called, but 3 little treble hooks on it, and it has 2 propellers, one on the back and one on the front, so that'll give it some action, so it'll disturb the water, and that's what's gonna excite the fish. Look how cute, it's like it's blushing. Oh, adorable. Personally, if I were a bass, I probably wouldn't go there. Then I bought my first hollow body frog. The little pond I was at today, there were only like 3 tiny areas with lily pads that would be appropriate to throw this. I've never had an area with the right coverage, but I figured, hey, I love watching videos of fish going after these frogs, so I thought I'll buy one just to have in case I ever need it, you know. And then these guys I already had. These are just some crankbaits. So we have this one here, and if you compare this bill, it's definitely bigger than the one on this guy. So if you can see that. So that means it's going to dive down deeper. So this one is not for top water. And then I have another one like that. You can see the bill on this one. is smaller, so it doesn't go quite as deep. And I have other crankbaits as well, but I didn't want to like overwhelm myself and overpack, which I tend to do. Then I have just a couple of different hooks. I have this one here, don't know what size. I have this one here, which is a little bit bigger. And then I have this offset hook that, like I said, this is what I use for those like plastic worms and crawdads whenever I am using that Texas rig. I think it's the same as like a weedless rig. Okay, next, here I'm going to show you what I was fishing with for majority of the morning. My first ever whopper plopper, and I believe this is a powder white color. And you can see the little propeller there, and it's segmented here, so it spins, and that disturbs the water. It creates action, and the point behind it is to, it looks like a fish that's injured, and so whenever you're retrieving these, again, like I said, I'm a novice, so if any of this is, do your own research, because, like I said, I didn't get any bites today. I got one bite, and I think it was from a bluegill. So do your own research and don't let me lead you astray with the information I am telling you. But the action behind it, and it makes noise, it disturbs the water, hence the name plopper, because it makes like a plopping sound. Is it looks like an injured fish, and so you're supposed to like reel a little bit and stop. That way it looks like the fish is injured, and then the bass are interested in it and will attack it. So this is in powder white. I think it's more like an, I don't know if ivory is the right word. I don't think it's bone, because bone would be more creamy. Me and my dad were talking about the color. He really liked this one. Oh, and then I have what I used for the second half of my fishing, not second half, I only used it for a little bit at the end, was a Rapala. It was a segmented minnow, I think it's called, and so it's a little lure, and it's broken like 3/4 of the way down, so that the back half can swim, and it was a brown trout color, and I was having a ball watching this thing in the water. I thought, man, I think that was real as a human. So these bass, it's gotta work. Like, that is great. So yeah, I was just having fun throwing out these topwater lures. Then we have this guy. He's I can't remember what this is, but again, it's a topwater. It's like dug out in the middle there. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of like a bowl, concave there. With this little, I don't even think that's a skirt. I don't know. I didn't use it. You can hear those weights in there rattling around. Maybe this is a jerk bait. I think that might be a jerk bait. We'll go with it. So, same thing. You like twitch your line, or you twitch your pole, and then reel up the slack. And you twitch your pole, and you reel up your slack. Because bass have these like instinct to strike, because they're predatory fish, and so they see something moving like that, and it triggers that instinct to attack. There's probably going to be some fisherman, an experienced angler, watching this video and saying, wow, ornate ASMR is spreading falsehoods to the ASMR community. Because, I don't know, like I said, I'm an amateur novice, but I'm having a good time. And then I went a little out of order because I saved my favorite lure for last. So this is a Whopper Plopper as well. So just like this powder one, it's the same design. It's like an F90, I think, 90F. But I love the paint job on this. So this is a Loon paint job for this Whopper Plopper. And I think it is so cool. And I also thought it'd be good because they say on sunny, clear days you're supposed to use bright lures. And on, because that attracts the fish. And then on cloudy days you're supposed to use dark ones. So I thought, oh, this might cover it for the dark. And then versus this guy, it's almost like the yin and yang symbol. But I got this. I thought it was such a cool design. And as you may have seen in previous videos, I have a Loon tattoo actually that I have. And so I saw this and thought, I gotta get it. It might not be effective based on the coloring, but I had to have it. So yeah, and that was everything that I bought yesterday. I spent $99. And I was in the store for like 15 minutes because I had in my head, I knew that I wanted Topwater stuff, and I had an idea what I wanted, so that cut back on time. And yeah, I'm gonna go out tomorrow. Like I said, I try to go both days of the weekend if I can, so yeah. If you made it all the way through this, thank you. Yeah, I hope you're taking care of yourself.